Hello, reporting from Mumbai. Welcome to Bollywood news station. Today's coverage on behalf of Neha Dhupia. Discussion organized by Neha Dhupia for breastfeeding. One for the initiative Freedom to Feed. Apart from Neha Dhupia, Soha and Geeta Phoghat were also greeted 7th August. Venue JW Marriott. Jew. Thank you. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe.
Definitely Freedom to Feed is an initiative that's been started. This happened on Freedom to Feed. We had a very important conversation with Vipasha Basu, and I feel like her story as a mother, the strength that she has shown in not just living that moment or actually, coming to terms with the fact that, her child needed immediate medical attention, but also to be coming out on a public platform and talking about it. This is the first time I'm talking about it, and it's been absolutely incredible. I'd like to say, compared to Vipasha, we are a very small community. As Freedom to Feed, I just reached out to her and I said, Vipasha, will you talk about your journey? And she told me 5 minutes before the live, she's like, I'm nervous because as a person and as a human being, I can't lie, but there's something I want to truthfully share. And I was like, sure, is it okay for me to ask you a question that you'd like to share? And she said, yes, if I feel brave enough, 15 minutes into talking to you, I will share that. And I want a conversation. We're here at the Freedom Table. We're going to be talking to moms like Soha, Soha Geeta Phoghat, Suza, and we're very, very excited to be doing this. This is our first time ever, and we're ever so grateful. मेरी बस ये उम्मीद है कि जब हम World Breastfeeding Week पर बाहर आके normalize something like this, अगर हम बातें करेंगे तो आगे जाके ये बात है वो healthy hai, women come out, they get more empowered, and it's a very important conversation to have at this time.
And during the initial years when you become a mother, how it becomes challenging to take care of the child and manage professional front. Both personal and professional, how to manage it.
You're absolutely right. Whoever says it's easy, I don't think it's true. बहुत मुश्किल होता है, पर हर माँ की और हर पेरेंट की जर्नी अलग होती है. कई बार होता है कि हमको लगता है कि हम इस जर्नी में अकेले हैं, पर जब हम बाहर आते हैं, जब ऐसे पैनल्स होते हैं, जब इतने अंदर कॉन्वर्सेशंस होती हैं, यू फील कि हाँ हम इसमें अकेले नहीं हैं. दिस वाज माय जर्नी. वन वे और द अदर, you relate to someone's story, and it's very important to get these stories out, not just today with Faye and Soha and with Geeta. We've also had, many online discussions, and this year we kick-started Breastfeeding Week with having conversations with Gaur Khan, Masoom Meenawala, Dia Mirza, and Vipasha Basu.
And don't you feel like even men should take care of the children equally? Responsibility should be shared equally when it comes to taking the care of a child.
जी हाँ, आज ऐसे with the way we're standing here in front of this important, like for me this is one of the most important backdrops I've ever stood in front of, because चाहे हम बात करें 4th trimester की, चाहे हम बात करें breastfeeding की, चाहे हम बात करें co-parenting की, one way or the other, it's very, very important. I'm here standing in front of all of you. Our son is 22 months old, and I'm not going to shy away from saying this. I've got my husband Angad, who's upstairs in the room looking after our son, because he's like, you go ahead and you do this right now. And then later on in the evening, unka kuch kaam hai, I'll be looking after our children. These are not assigned duties. सबको ये मेरे हिसाब से, और बाकी सब लोगों का अलग नज़रिया है इन सब चीज़ों में, but मेरे हिसाब से it's very important कि you look at co-parenting as treating it not कि 50-50 हमें काम करना है. 100% of it is my job, 100% of it is my husband's job, and जहाँ पे आप fit हो सकते हैं आप वो करिए, because I think probably apart from giving birth or breastfeeding your baby, there's nothing else that the husband can't do, and even in that journey of feeding, breastfeeding, they can also be there for you emotionally, physically, and many other ways.
Lastly, talking about professional front, are you working on a project, and when will you see the biggest screen as such?
Yeah, I am. The biggest project I was working on was my kids. After that, the bigger project I was working on was myself. I just felt that kahin na kahin I was not devoting enough time for myself. I'm feeling fitter. I feel like stepping out much more. It's taken me, because I also had my second baby in the midst of COVID, and there were lockdowns, and we didn't know where life was actually taking us. So, I mean, more longer than other people, I finally found my bearings. I have a film coming out in Feb of next year. It's with Vicky Kaushal, Tripti Dimri and Inivid. I also have a new show that I've signed and I'm shooting for it in September. So as you can see, my smile, I feel like my work gets me going. My children are the love of my life and my work gets me going, and finding that balance on days like these that I do, and all of you show up to ask me this question, I feel very excited. And then there are days that you're like, am I getting too tilted towards work? Am I getting too tilted towards my kids? But it's about कई दिन होते हैं कि you find the balance, कई दिन होते हैं you don't find the balance, but there's no science. You'll figure it out one way or the other.
Ma'am, how you manage yourself as a celebrity or as a mother?
I feel it's both. सबसे पहले तो मेरे को ऐसे लगता नहीं है कि मैं अपने दिमाग में सोचती हूँ कि मैं सेलिब्रिटी हूँ जब अपने घर से निकलती हूँ, बट यस मैं ज़रूर, मैं माँ हूँ, मेरे 2 बच्चे हैं, और मेरे हिसाब से आई एम अ वर्किंग प्रोफेशनल, एंड कई दिन होते हैं मुझे लगता है कि जब मैं काम पे हूँ तो मुझे काम, जहाँ पे मैं काम कर रही हूँ वहाँ पे मेरी ज़्यादा ज़रूरत है. सो इट्स ऑलवेज अ मिक्स, एंड रोज़ आपको वो बैलेंस नहीं मिलेगा. जैसे मैं पहले भी कह रही थी, कई दिन मिल जाता है, कई दिन नहीं मिलता है. कई दिन होता है कि आपको अपने आप को समझाना होता है that this is what is important and expected out of me today. Sometimes being with your kids is more important, and sometimes being on a film set is more important, but you find that balance.
मैम बात करते हैं ना ब्रेस्ट फीडिंग की, तो ये बहुत नेचुरल चीज़ है जो स्टार्टिंग से चला आ रहा है, बट वर्किंग वूमेन के लिए बहुत डिफ़िकल्ट हो जाता है कहीं ना कहीं, जैसे कि आपने कहा बैलेंस करना. तो आप क्या टिप्स देना चाहेंगे जो वर्किंग वूमेन है उन्हें कैसे मतलब इससे सोल्यूशन क्या है इसका?
I mean, कई ऑप्शंस होते हैं, कई चॉइसेस लेती हैं women. Sometimes they decide on taking maternity leave for 6 months. Sometimes they feel like they have to go back to work. For that you have come brands like these, like Philips Avon, where you get a pump and you can take that to work. Sometimes you know that no, you have to go back to your kid every 2.5, 3 hours. So how do you find that balance? So my only tip is that what at that point makes you happy, because आपकी जो क्षमता है और आपकी जो खुशी है, उन दोनों की मिलाकर जो आपके थॉट्स हैं उन पर ध्यान रखिए, अपने आप पे ध्यान रखिए. बिकॉज आई फील लाइक हैप्पी हेल्दी मॉम्स raise happy healthy children, and but that's my way of looking at it. And there are times that you're not. The 4th trimester actually is the hardest part of your pregnancy and motherhood journey, and you have to be very attentive to yourself. But one way or the other, reach out for support, look after yourself, and endless cuddles to your baby and be there for them.
Even
Ma'am?
Vipa